right? So most people look out into the world and they don't see the synchronicities in this place. They don't see the beauty. They don't understand the functions behind how lives play out and what they're doing here, right? So what we look to do is we look to understand the body on a deeper level, and then this will spark that curiosity and wonder inside of you. Another aspect that they don't understand quite yet is where the thoughts inside your mind are coming from. Where are they being generated from? Where are they going? Where are they coming from? There is a transmission that is taking place. This is the receiver. Where are they being transmitted from? The best they can do is come up with another dimension, which is a good way. It's the same place where quantum AI, we'll call it AI, quantum computing comes from. These new chips that they're building for AI, they don't quite understand where the consciousness is coming from, right? And they won't, but they're looking in the wrong place, right? So they understand that it's from a dimension outside of this place, but they're clueless as to what and where, right? So the more we understand the human body, now we have to look out into reality, and we understand that things that are magical in your life are things like miracles that you see. If you've never seen a miracle before, man, then that's what you're looking for, right? And so we have to classify what is a miracle, right? So even a synchronicity can be considered a miracle. So let's say you're sitting there thinking about something, and all of a sudden it pops up in your reality, and you're like, oh, wow, look what God just did, right? So we look at this manifestation as a miracle, but then we can also break it down and understand on a physical level, how is this happening? Right? How do thoughts turn things into physical reality and they show up in your physical environment? Right? So again, we're asking big questions. And as we look at, understand magic, we understand the facets behind all reality. Right? So this is, again, teaching you to take the steps to understand that top one big question. What are we? What are we doing here? What is this place? What is God? Does God exist? These are all the big questions, man, that everybody in life searches for. Every single person in this place has asked themselves those questions at least once. Right? And they might stop there. They might not pursue it and continue it. But don't be one of those people, man. We want to get to the gold at the end of the rainbow is the understanding behind reality. Right? And as you do this, your life will bloom and blossom in so many beautiful ways. So another way we see magic is animals. When animals come into your life. The first time a dog comes into your life is the most magical experience you'll ever have in your entire life. A cat too, first animal, right? I'm dog specific because it happened with me with the dog. But in that moment, this being came into my life, and my life began to get better and better so fast, man. Ever since he came into my life, I'm talking about Zero, right? And again, his name is Zero. Zero is the 0 point of all things. This is why people that are atheists have a hard time or Christians have a hard time understanding the Big Bang Theory, where something coming from nothing. Man, what do you think this place is? It's all being rendered right in front of you. Everything is coming from nothing. Right? If you break your body down to a subatomic level and you look deep inside and what it all comes down to, what is a proton? What is a neutron? What is an atom? Right? When you look down deeper and deeper and deeper, you get to nothing. Nothing. This isn't physical. It's just lights and clockwork. Right? So now we have to understand, well, how does it work? What does it do, man? And as you ask these questions, you'll begin to look at your anatomy, at your brain function, and then look at your things like chakras. All of these things are pieces of the puzzle that help you formulate an overall understanding behind what is reality itself. Right? Another place that we find magic is when we see a beautiful sunset or a beautiful sunrise. You know, that feeling inside of you, that awe inside of you, man, that's magic, right? The blood that flows through your veins is magic, right? Another aspect of magic is learning how to manipulate the unseen forces with the mind, with the body. So when you see things like telekinesis, pyrokinesis, learning how to manipulate fire, telekinesis, learning how to manipulate the magnetics of all things. Right. Now, the water bending is the same thing. There are people out there that can manipulate the flow of water. All of these things are learning how to master the elements, because the elements are everything that you are. You are the 5 elements: earth, air, fire, water, and ether. This one right here is one they've hidden from everybody. Everybody knows these, man, but they don't know what this is. What's ether? They have no idea. Right. So, and this is where the etheric realm blends into what people call the astral dimension. The two are one and the same. So using it, different words to call it different things causes confusion amongst the population, confusion amongst people trying to learn. So make sure we're making that connection, right? So the next question we have to ask is, how do you manipulate etheric energy? I'm glad you asked that, man. This is something I teach in private sessions. So if you guys want to book a session, I'm going to teach you how to start working with etheric energy, right? So everything in this place is coming from the mind. All is the mind. Another place we see magic in our outward reality is, you would look around at the world, if you understand where you truly are, you would see it so different, right? So in this world, they have told you that you are on a group of 9 little islands, continents, right? So, and then that's all of the world. And they have lied to you. Come on, I need you to look around at the world and see, what do you see? You see endless abundance in all directions. We are on a vast plane of existence. This place is a giant reservoir, preservative, right? A preserve for beings, consciousness, right? To play out in different forms. There are endless islands, continents in all directions, right? Your government knows this. They've tried to do everything they can to hide it from the population since the conception of this last reset, right? So there are endless amounts of islands out there, endless amounts of civilizations. So when they're getting ready to come forth and tell everybody about the existence of aliens, most definitely there's other life out there playing out in different ways on different lands out there, man. Think about it. It's where all these things inside the sky that you see, what we call UFOs. These are people from other lands trying to make contact with us, trying to figure out whether to dominate us, whether to make us slaves, or whether to make friends with us. Do they want to help us? Right? We are at such a low state of evolution, man, that most of these other societies and civilizations out there, they want to enslave us, and by all rights, I understand why. We are a very weak entity of people, right? So what we have to learn to do is we have to develop psychic gifts and abilities to achieve superhuman strength in order to change the world that we live in, right? Through your daily life, as other people see you grow and mature, they want to do the same. They want to bloom and blossom, right? So when it comes to what we're going to be seeing, when it comes to them talking about life in outer space is that way, That is outer space. You cannot go outside this place. This is an enclosed system. This is an enclosed system. You cannot have a pressurized system next to a vacuum. It is not possible. There are hundreds of experiments out there that will show you that, right? So, and we live in a pressurized system, what you call consciousness, air, whatever you want to call it. Right, so it's all the same thing. Right, so understand that you are breathing pure consciousness, and that alone is magic itself. Most people are out there trying to figure out, where's consciousness coming from? Is it coming from here? Is it coming from here? It's in all things around you, coming in through the breath. That's why they consider you dead when the last breath leaves your lungs. That's consciousness leaving your body. The breath is the consciousness. And that's another place that we can see magic at. Right? Magic is also in the evolution of your life. Watching yourself make progress. When you make progress in this place, it does something to you on a deep level. Something I can barely put into words. Right? It shows you the true potential in this place. So once you see that you can change and you can grow into a better version of yourself, now we know that it's possible for the entire population to do this. And now we understand we've got a lot of work to do. A lot. Most people live very short lives while they're here. Life's very, very short. What if I told you there was a way to extend your life? What if I told you there was a way to add years to your lifetime? Centuries, decades. There is, man. There always has been. You were built and designed to be perfect. Operating at its perfect form, the human does not die, man. It constantly is a constant state of regeneration of life. This is what all the great ancients have taught through the mystery schools. Right, so getting the body from the place of Homo sapien, which is the current place that everybody is at, to Homo luminous, to where the body is its original blueprint of a crystalline structure, to where your blood becomes gold. The crystals inside the body become activated. And in this moment, your body will begin to vibrate at such a high rate, full brain function comes online. Right, so your ability to have to eat food changes. Right, so true light beings don't eat food, man. They never have. They breathe. They're called breatharians. They are on the scene right here, right now. There's a handful of them that I've clocked that are out there right now. You can find them on social media. They are called breatharians. They are living out their entire life without eating food, without drinking water. This is the state we are all meant to be. This is the next evolution in human consciousness, is to phase out the food. All of you know your food is toxic anyway, right? So to even get something that is worth putting inside the body that's not toxic, you have to put the seeds inside the ground and grow it yourself, or raise the animals, whatever you want to do. So most of you guys live in situations where you don't have that option yet, right? So we have to do a couple things. Maneuver your life to a place to where you can live self-sufficiently, self-sustainably, right? And also we have to learn how to change the diet, man. Change what you're putting inside the body, right? So if you guys eat from the tree of life, you will become life. If you eat electric food, food that is charged by the sun, that is life entering the body. If you eat animal flesh, and if we eat chips and sodas and fast food, and that shit's death. There's no energy in that. So when you put that dead energy inside the body, now the body has to work hard to break that down. That requires energy from the body. When you eat from the tree of life, it gives you energy because the body breaks it down and it gives the body the nutrients that it needs to operate properly. Right? So the entire population has a mineral deficiency. The minerals inside the body are all out of balance. So it causes the biochemical reactions inside the body to become toxic. The body begins to release chemicals and pheromones that are extremely toxic, that cause the cells in your body to age instead of regrow. Right? So this is all a process of flipping that switch inside of you of eternal life. Immortality is yours, man. We just have to be the ones that are going to take the steps to do what it needs to do to get there. Right? So when this happens, when you flip that switch inside your body, you'll see it with your own eyes. Your hair will change colors, go back to its original state, or become lighter, like a blonde color. Your hair will look healthy. It will thicken. Your skin will become smooth, healed up if you have like skin irritations. Your overall health, you'll have more energy, more focus, more clarity, more drive, more passion, more communication, more honesty, a deeper sense of love, compassion, and empathy. I could keep on going, man. We're just talking about some of the creme de la creme, right? There's a lot of things that changed once we make that first decision to change old ways of being. Your parents are sick. Their parents were sick. And their parents' parents were sick. You were born into bondage. So by breaking those chains of false understandings behind what we are supposed to put inside the body as fuel is the first step. Right? When you make that first change, everything in your body's going to start healing. Right? Some of you guys are having stomach problems right now. Some of you guys are having physical pain inside the body. All of that can be healed, right? But it takes change. It requires you to make different choices when it comes to bad behavior patterns. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to end the reading there, man. I'm going to do a part 2 tomorrow. All right, we'll pick up where we left off today. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out, man. It was an honor and a pleasure to sit with you guys. I will see you guys very soon. Enjoy your immortality.